What's up, YouTube? I'm about to do my continue my list of the 100 worst movie sequels. I'm sorry it took a while, but here we go. Number 97 is The Final Destination, not the first one, the fourth one. When I first saw this in the theater, I actually thought it was, okay, as a time waster, but looking back, I'm like, I don't know what I saw in this movie. I mean, the kills are cartoonish, that's for sure, but the characters are very forgettable compared to the first film. Even the second film, the characters are better. This one was just very, lackluster. I did like the first two films. I think the first two films are solid. Three is it has its moments. Four is just awful. I mean, I liked it in the theater. It's fun to see in the theater, but at home it doesn't have the same magic. I wish that this franchise had just stopped after two because really it didn't need to go past five. Five I thought was decent. The prequel twist I didn't mind it that much, but this one is definitely a dud. No likable characters. The deaths are they're a mixed bag for me. They're just very forgettable. Not as good as the first two. And it should have been called Final Destination 4, not The Final Destination. It's the same crap they did with Fast and the Furious. That they put they put The Fast and the Furious, and then Part 4 was Fast and Furious. Lazy. Just call it Fast 4. Would have been better. But the Final Destination, yeah, just lackluster. It's watchable, but nothing more. Number 96 is Children of the Corn 4. Now this one pissed me off a lot more than the Final Destination. It had potential. Naomi Watts didn't bother me in the film. Some of the ideas could have worked, but it was very poorly executed. They rip off The Exorcist with, a bunch of kids getting convulsions and seizures and shit. And it just doesn't work. It's like Children of the Corn films, not The Exorcist. I'm sorry. The kills are very forgettable. I don't remember anybody in the cast except for Naomi Watts. It's very boring. It's very dull. It's not inventive at all. Some of the practical effects are good, but it still didn't save the movie. I thought it was terrible. I actually thought that parts 2 and 3 were good sequels. Children of the Corn 2 and 3. They're actually decent. They got good makeup effects, and I remember some of the characters. 4, I can't for the life of me. And Naomi Watts is wasted in the film. They should have casted somebody else, and they should have redone the script because it was terrible. It could have been a lot better. Just a very lackluster sequel. I'm glad it got a low mark on IMDb. So that's my number 96. Okay, 95 is another Children of the Corn sequel, part 5. 5, this is one of the worst of the series. I hate Eva Mendes in everything she's in. I'm sorry. She did nothing for me in this movie. She's so dumb. She jumps into a furnace to become a sacrifice to the Children of the Corn. It was dumb. It has nothing to it. It's very by the numbers. It's very boring. It's a very stupid sequel. It tries to treat its audience like we're dumb. I'm like, I'm not dumb. I've seen a lot of horror films. I don't even remember the cast in this movie besides Eva Mendes. That's how bad it is. When Eva Mendes is in a sequel, you know it's going to blow ass. I mean, she's just terrible. I don't think she can act at all. Just a very bad sequel. I mean, this Children of the Corn, after 3, it should have stopped. Because 3 was really good. You're not going to get better than 3. I think 3 is the best of the sequels. And, the urban setting helped it. This was boring. Dumbass teenagers in the film that do nothing. It's very forgettable. I will forget about this movie. I will never watch it again as long as I live. Stick with the first 3 films and just leave it at that. This one sucked ass. So I'll cut it here.